Palladium is a remedy which comes very close to aurum and platina. It exhibits certain characteristics of platina and certain of aurum. The self-centeredness of a Palladium is very well marked. All their thoughts, actions and feelings are directed towards self, or in a way that they get maximum benefit in the end.
Palladium, the leader. Palladium is a remedy where the person always wants to be the center of interest and attraction. As a child, she would always like to be the chief of a gang of kids. She would like to be a princess. In any play or movie, she would always like to be the heroine. She will not settle for any second-rung character or would never be a character artist. In friendship, she always expects others to follow her. She always wants to be the leader. Lycopodium also wants to be a leader, but has genuine qualities of a leader. Lycopodium has a lot of power, intelligence, and qualities par excellence. Palladium wants to be chairman or president of the company without having any real qualification or ability. The basic nature of Palladium is headstrong, obstinate, and contemptuous. But as they care for others' opinion, they get hurt very easily.
They always want to be the winner. When they lose, their pride gets wounded, and the wounded pride is the most important causative factor in Palladium.
Wow, you look beautiful, gorgeous. Palladiums are habituated to self-praise. They will bluntly say, I am the best in the world. I am the most beautiful. I am the best singer, best runner, best musician, best boxer, and so on. But only few can claim and win. It required a Cassius Clay to say it openly and win. That is Lycopodium. Palladium will not be able to compete as they lack the necessary qualities.
The Palladium lady is really worried about her outward appearance. Mirror, mirror on the wall, aren't I the most beautiful of them all? She spends a lot of time in makeup and selection of dress and jewelry. Palladium gives a lot of importance to her looks. She is usually convinced about her attractiveness and is proud about it.
If the Palladium patient develops a small pimple on her face, she will call the doctor again and again for help. She will go to a beautician and she will do anything to get rid of the blemish on her beauty. If this patient develops vitiligo or some similar sickness, she will have the desire to commit suicide.
They spend all their life and effort to look good and beautiful.
There is a famous movie from Hollywood where the actress was one of the most beautiful ladies of her time, with a large fan following. Suddenly, one day she disappears from public eye and goes to an island and secludes herself for years together. Nobody sees her or interviews her for years and years. One fine day, a photographer visits the island and he photographs her in a bikini, and she looked as beautiful as if she was just 30 years old. In reality, it was her daughter, who looked just like the actress. Later, the actress dies, and people then know the truth. This represents a typical Palladium.
The moment wrinkles start appearing on the face, oh my God, or they develop a few grey hairs, they become anxious, depressed, and frustrated. Once the frustration sets in, it is very difficult to handle a Palladium patient. A Palladium patient would not like to be called as uncle, aunt, or grandmother. Oh my gosh, am I so old? Don't call me that. They hate the idea of getting older and dying. Whenever somebody does something, they are the first to express their appreciation. They like flattery and they like to flatter others too. These people always desire a band of sidekicks to go around with them and praise them all the time. Wah, wah.
By doing so, they can extract a lot of money, directly or indirectly from Palladium. Palladium is a very important remedy for politicians, film stars, rich people, neo-rich, and people who have inherited a lot of wealth suddenly.
Palladium, the social butterfly. Palladium is basically a social butterfly. Flit here, flit there. She loves to go out, meet people, and she really does enjoy company. She likes to meet more and more people and have a large social circle. They always like to please others. They are very pleasant to talk to and are very eager to meet and socialize, create programs, meetings, picnics, outings, or holidays. They like to be in a group and to do many things together. And within the group, they try to create some position of leadership and take up responsibilities of doing things.
They have a knack of saying good things about others, which is appreciated by all. For example, they will say, "You are my most dearest friend. You are most near to me. You're the only friend on this earth. I can only trust you and nobody else."
They go to that extent that they will tell the doctor on every follow-up that they are better in health. They will flatter the doctor by saying that the medicines are magic pills and that it has created wonders in her life. They will make the doctor feel as if there is no better doctor than him in the entire country. They will feel positive and say nice things in the follow-up. And then one fine day will suddenly claim the medicines are not helping them at all. The doctor should not get shocked. What the patient needs is to be given a dose of palladium.
They get a lot of excitement in company and with music. In fact, company is something which relieves this patient and music excites the patient. But after some time, the patient gets exhausted. If she is the president or chairman, there's always a strong desire for approbation and appreciation. There is a very strong desire that everything which was decided by her must be approved by others. Because of this nature, she is a very easy prey to slights. She takes everything in bad part. Even when she is not correct, she will not accept it. Whenever she is not the center of attraction, she gets frustrated, angry, and even violent. And this is expressed in the form of cursing, swearing, and abusiveness. Whenever she is discontented or dissatisfied, she will go through a phase of mental depression. And in these circumstances, the time passes too slowly. Another remedy is cannabis indica.
Other causative factors are bad news, vexation, being ignored, mortification, and humiliation of a very intense degree.
Most of the troubles are right-sided. The right ovary, right hip, right shoulder are more likely to get affected. The sphere of action of this remedy is on ovary, uterus, skin, and mind. She repeatedly asks that whatever she is doing is right or not. Staphylis aureus is also an element of wounded pride, but it is expressed in the form of anger and violence or suppression of emotion. While in Palladium it goes very deep, and these feelings remain forever. Their outward expression of being amiable is just a cover-up. It is one of the important remedies for weeping mood after wounded pride. Internally, they are very disturbed. This disturbance is expressed in the form of a weeping mood or in the form of delusions. Mental symptoms originate from the sexual sphere. When his pride is hurt, his head turns forward and backward. It is like looking forward and backward.
She gets delusions that she is neglected, that she is insulted, thinks that she is not appreciated, thinks that she is criticized,
That she has grown taller while walking.
If she is assigned some work, and even though she knows it very well, she will claim to be unaware about the work. This is very clearly expressed in the form of incapacity to speak or to translate any foreign language which she knows fluently.
Patient appears amiable, 3. But in reality, he is obstinate, headstrong and contemptuous.
The pains are a fleeting kind of pain, which gets temporarily relieved while in company, and after some time, when the patient is very much exhausted, the pain comes back. The patient is aggravated after an evening of entertainment. This is the opposite of medorinum and tarantula. There is a marked motor weakness after lively conversation, and there is aversion to exercise or to do any mental work. Oh, I'm tired.
Pain in the right ovary, better in company, by flexing the thighs, lying on the left side, and better by rubbing. It is one of the important ovarian remedies for chronic oophoritis. The remedy acts on skin. Dreams of houses, walking, apartment, staircase, building.
Aggravations after evening entertainment. Depressing news, opposite of tarantula and medorinum. Lively conversations when alone. Social functions. Standing. Exertion. Crowd.
Ameliorations. Thinking of complaint. Touch. Pressure. Rubbing. After sleep. After stools. Diversion of occupation. Thinking of ailments. Cutting pain in uterus. Ameliorated after stools. Bearing down pain. Ameliorated by rubbing. The headache is characteristic with pains from ear to ear. The Leucorrhea has a jelly-like consistency. There is a marked uterine prolapse or retroversion of uterus.